Hey everyone, it's day 7 of the Bandaid Chronicles, and that means that I have been doing this for a solid week. I guess that's a bit of a milestone in some degrees because there are times in my past when I've been dealing with this that I haven't made it for a week, and I'm telling you that these last 3 days have been absolute hell. This morning, again, I've had some really dry skin around my fingers and I have wanted to pick them. I don't like it. I want it to be gone. But I also realize that the only way out of this crazy cycle and this crazy experience is to not pick it. I have caught myself every once in a while being able to just pull away some dry skin away from there, and it's like the battle of whether or not to just, what a normal person would do, oh, dry skin, just pick it off and that's it. But the battle of whether or not that's okay, whether or not how much I'm supposed to put, or what happens if it starts to rip, or then what am I going to fall off the wagon, or where am I going to go? That part I want done. I just don't want to be dealing with this anymore. So today I made a decision in regards to this, and I thought I would ask for some help. And this is something I've never done before. This is the first time. Most of the time when I was going to do this battle, right about now, I would go and get my false nails put on. But my nails are growing, which is good. And you may have noticed the Band-Aid. I'll tell you about that after. But, so I thought today, okay, well, I'm going to do something different that I've never done before, and I'm going to do something that could help. And what I want to do is go get a manicure done. And I mentioned that in another video as a reward. But really, I don't want to have it as a reward. I want to have it as something, first of all, that is self-care for myself and get some help. Because one of the major problems is that I have so much dry skin and my cuticles are in such a mess that if I can go to get a manicure, this is the theory anyway, this is the plan. If I can go and get a manicure done, then what I can do is get the nails so that the skin around the nails is set up properly so that I don't have to deal with it anymore, and just go and get some, go and get a manicure regularly until I get through this major stage. And hopefully by then that I can have some pretty hands, because it's kind of hard to tell. I don't think I can show it on this well enough. But there's all this dry skin around the finger, and it just drives me nuts. I don't think it's very difficult to see. Very fascinating story about the Band-Aid this morning. I was out talking to a friend of mine, and she told me one of the best things for my roses is banana peels, Band-Aids, banana peels. And so while I just happened to have about 25 to 30 bananas on the counter, we use them for smoothies. And I wait just to the right time to, I ripen them, and then I put them in the freezer so that they're nice and ready and they're exactly the way I want them to be. So I just happened to have, it's amazing how the universe can give you some positive things to focus on and still give you answers while you're in the middle of trying to get the right vibration for what's happening here. And that's one of the things that I really want with this law of attraction that I'm studying, is that I really want to have my vibration in alignment. Because I was reading in a book, the book that I'm reading right now is Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and they talk about the Abraham teachings. And that book has changed my life, and it has helped me. Even this video series and what I'm talking about is brought on by other experiences as well as currently by that book. And one of the things they say is that when you're having something negative that's going in your life, it's telling you how you are out of alignment with who you really are and what the source has made you to be. And it's fascinating for me that I found happiness, if you want to call it happiness, in something that wasn't healthy for me and wasn't good for me and wasn't something that helped me feel connected or empowered. It's actually did the exact opposite. So that entire realm of experience that I've been dealing with my fingers and the vibrations of it, etc., have contributed to my misalignment and the other issues in my life. Because don't forget, if you create your reality, if I'm looking at this and I'm feeling ugly, then what's going to happen is I send out that vibration. So in some way, shape, or form, I'm going to have someone say something, or I'll see an article, or I'll be reminded of something that will have that same feeling of ugly. And that's, I think, what the hardest part for people to understand is that when you're creating your own reality, you don't necessarily create a carbon copy situation. Like, say, for instance, you're really afraid of money. Well, you don't necessarily have a money situation that comes up. Now, sometimes it can, but what will happen is that you'll send out a vibration of fear, and that fear response will be mimicked and echoed back to you in your experience. And that's what a lot of people, I find in myself, that I'm trying to understand, is that my life is an echo. It's an echo of what I'm feeling. And these fingers that I have right now and how I feel about them are a direct transmission of what I don't want in my life. Feeling ugly, feeling unempowered, disempowered, whatever. Feeling that I can't do anything right, feeling that I can't overcome anything, feeling that I'm a slave to something else, feeling that I am totally stripped of my power as a person to overcome anything that's in my current life. Anything. And this all contributes to that issue. So it was very interesting this morning that I have a bandaid on my finger for my celebration on my 1 week anniversary of dealing with these, because this is the end of the 7th week. And what happened today, as I was telling you with the bananas, is I soaked the banana peels in the water that you're supposed to, and I put the water on some other flowers because they're supposed to be rich in potassium from my plants. And I put the banana peels around my rose bushes and then covered them up with dirt. And it was amazing because as I was doing that, I stuck my finger into the wire mesh, the chicken wire or the stuff that I have, and it really poked me because it bled pretty badly. And the first thought in my head was whether or not I had a tetanus shot. And then I reminded myself that I actually got 2 accidentally. So I'm all good with tetanus. But when I went into the drawer to get the Band-Aid, it was like, wow, this is what a normal person, and there's the word normal again, what a normal person does with Band-Aids. They don't use them to cover anything up. They don't use them to try and stop them from a bad habit. And it's like, I realized that using these Band-Aids, even though I thought they were a instrument of help, they actually contributed to the whole problem because they never got me off the hamster wheel or it got me through this whole experience. All it did was just was another phase of this entire thing. So I rejoiced in the fact today on day 7 that I was able to put a Band-Aid on my finger for the reasons that you put a Band-Aid on your finger. And for me, it's a little bit of a victory because it's something that realizes that, you know what, I can have a Band-Aid on my finger for the right reasons. And I don't like to use the word right, but right in the way that leading me to a path where I can be in vibrational alignment with what I want. Because right now, I'm still not in vibrational alignment with what I want. I still think about what I want to do and how I want my hands to be. But most of the thing what I want right now is to be out of this cycle. But then if you focus all the time on being out of the cycle, what are you going to do? You're focusing more and more on the cycle. So you're drawing more and more things in your life that focus on the cycle and bring it up and have more of the battle. And frankly, I don't want any more of the battle. And so what I want is freedom, as I said in the other post. So today on Day 7, I'm just very thankful for the decision to self-care and to make myself a better person by doing the manicure and to setting myself straight, getting the help that I need from an outside source. My first thought was that my gut was going to fall because I have to go to the manicurist and oh my gosh, she's going to see all of the like if you can see again, you can still see that I have a lot of scarring and everything around the finger. It's 7 days later, and that it takes at least 2 weeks for all of these sores to really come to the point where I have a normal fingerprint. I don't remember what it was like to have a normal fingerprint without false nails on. I cannot recall what that has felt like because I've gotten really close. And then I think, well, you know what? What's a couple pieces of skin? Just like I'm justifying now, trying to take it off. And it does the same thing. So here's to day 7. I've decided that no matter what, I'm going to go to the manicurist, and I need for myself, I want to have a feeling when I go there of recovery, and not to send any judgment vibes over to the manicurist, because I don't want to see those vibes. I don't want to live those vibes. I don't want those outcome of those vibes whatsoever. What I want is, I want a manicurist that, or an esthetician that just does the job and helps me heal myself, and helps become part of the journey, and that I have an experience walking away what it can feel like to have happy hands and get the help. So we'll be going on later this week for my manicure, and I'll keep you posted on how it's going. Happy day 7, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow.